Jake, we'll start it off scores, right? We'll start it off with some scores.
Yeah, I only have 12 and 14 today.
That's fine. Scores, and then some promo stuff, and then we'll go to that SOAC story.
Yep.
And then we'll come back with our first guest will be Doug.
Commercial break when we bring guests on.
Yeah, yep.
And I'll show you the social media of one of the commercials.
Okay. And is this thing on this monitor?
Should be. I had it on a minute ago.
If not, don't even worry about it, and I'm just gonna like very gradually get into 12U and then 14U, and then I will throw to the story. Yep. It's day 3, session 1 of the 2018 Junior Olympics, and another brand new live counterattack is on the way next. Hey everyone, Greg Meskel here. Thanks for joining us on another brand new live counterattack here at Stanford. It's the Counterattack Live at the JOs, powered by Water Polo Nation. We're here on day 3 of session 1. Medals to be awarded tomorrow. So you're into that final home stretch here in session 1. A lot of key games today deciding who will play for a medal tomorrow. We'll get into all of that later on. We also have a jam-packed show, a lot of guests coming through today. We're going to talk with Doug Peabody of San Diego Shores, has been a part of this tournament for many years, was honored just this past spring with a legacy award from USA Water Polo. We'll talk with Dusty Livvac, one of the new head coaches at Princeton University, and we'll also chat with Nancy Lowy from our good friends at Tropic Sports. So all of that on the way. First, let's take a look at some scores early on. This is some of the early action here in the 12U division. This is the 12U championship division. Some early scores here. These teams working their way towards that medal round. The final will be right here tomorrow at Stanford. It'll be live streamed on flowswimming.com. And then we segue to the 14 and under scores. And don't forget, all the results available on the usawaterpolo.org website, so you can check that out. Take a drop down, go through each age division, championship, classic, invite, find out where your favorite team is and how they're doing. Championship matches right here at Stanford tomorrow. We'll be checking in on all of that action again right here tomorrow. One note, special times for our shows tomorrow here because of the finals. We'll have a noon and a 6:30 p.m. Pacific show instead of our usual 2 and 8. So noon and 6:30 here tomorrow at Stanford. We've also been telling stories all week long of some of the great teams that are taking part in the Junior Olympics. We caught up with a relatively new club, a local team. This is kind of a home event for them. They call themselves SOAC, south of Alameda County. We caught up with them yesterday at Valley Christian High School. Here's a bit of their story.
I feel that being a part of JOs gives us a greater sense of confidence. I feel like since we've been here, we've been more aggressive, we've been more elaborate with what we do in the pool. It is a great confidence builder.
It's a learning experience for me. This is the first time I've been to JOs, but it's also a plus where I can drive to the biggest tournament USA Water Polo has to offer. So yeah, it's a lot of fun and I don't have to travel far from home.
The
thing that makes this group so close and friendly is parents. The parents put in so much work, and I'm so appreciative of the parents for putting us all together, bringing everyone together, and making us feel like a family.
We've been together for 3 months. We've grown a lot. I remember our first tournament, we didn't win any. We weren't as a strong team, but now we made it to the Junior Olympics. Very proud of our team.
Hey, we welcome back here live at Stanford, and now we have a special guest with us, Doug Peabody from San Diego Shores. Doug, thanks for stopping by.
My pleasure, Greg. Thanks for having me on.
So, Doug, you are no stranger to the Junior Olympics. I think you were telling me this is your 25th JO, something like that. You go back to before the USA Water Polo Junior Olympics. How has this tournament grown? You think back to those early days and now.
Well, I mean, I played in the PSA AAU Championships in 1980. Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
You know, it was pretty small, and now it's USA Water Polo Junior Olympics, and it is a giant festival with so many kids. I think they play over 3,500 games in 9 days, and you know, they have probably coaches that have started coaching this year, all the way to coaches that have been doing 25, 28 JOs. I know for myself and our club, it's our 26th actual JOs, I believe, and for me, it's, a long road, but my children are playing now, so pretty awesome.
That's very, very, very cool stuff. You talked about some of the numbers. Over 10,000 kids will take part in this event over the 8 days of competition. You're with one of the better-known clubs in the country, San Diego Shores. You've been at this. What keeps you coming back to this and your club still enjoying the world's largest water polo tournament?
I think the experience of having USA Water Polo hold this giant tournament every year, their summers, and as an opportunity to showcase your athletes in a setting where everyone gets to see each other play. So there's so many more clubs now than there ever were before, and all the kids are fighting so hard to be as successful as they possibly can. It's pretty incredible to watch this vast array of athletes from 10 and under co-ed all the way up, where some kids are 7 and you're playing until you're 19 years old now.
And I know one thing you take great pride in with Shores is sending kids on to the next level. You've sent hundreds of kids on to play in the college game. This event is a real key piece of that journey. This is where the college coaches come out. We're going to talk with the new coach of Princeton shortly to see athletes. How important is this in their journey to get into that next level?
I think it's important in the sense of that they're seeing the best competition that there is out there in water polo. They're seeing what other clubs are doing and other coaches are doing. They're having an opportunity to play under pressure in the Avery Aquatic Center. Some of these kids where Stanford plays, I think I currently have 3 or 4 kids at Stanford that have played in Junior Olympics and won gold medals and might have springboarded them onto their Stanford careers. And I have kids at Princeton, and when the new Princeton coach joins you, I was just talking to him about that stuff, and he watched him play at JOs years ago as a coach for LA Water Polo Club. So.
And last thing I want to ask you about is earlier this spring, I had the chance to be honored with a Legacy Award from USA Water Polo, and I know some folks joke when you start getting Legacy Awards, it just means you've been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
But a lot of history, a lot of honors and accolades for you. What did that mean to kind of have a night to really look back on your career?
It's an amazing culmination and feeling to be, recognized by USA Water Polo for all the hard work and all the kids I've helped, throughout the years. There's so many kids that I coach that are coaching now up here, whether it's with 805 Santa Barbara or Rose Bowl. I mean, guys that are directing their own clubs, and a lot of guys that are directing some of the bigger clubs I watched grow up playing water polo. I got to coach them through national teams. So a lot of friends in the college coaches and in the coaching world through all the different clubs. So been phenomenal. I mean, like I said, great to see my own children, Lucas and Emmy, playing in the tournament. So excited to see my son's quarterfinal tonight. I think they're going to play the winner of OC WPC in Del Mar. So excited about that. And my daughter starts in 2 days.
How is it tough to be dad / like coaching, watching your kids out there?
It's very tough. I mean, you want the best for your children and you want the best for your team, so you get competitive right away and you try to hold it back and be mature about it and move on with your club and your teams, and you encourage every athlete to have the best experience they can throughout the tournament, win or lose.
Excellent. Doug Peabody, San Diego Shores. Thanks
Greg,
for the time.
thanks again for having me.
We'll take a timeout. We're back with more Counterattack Live at JO's, powered by Water Polo Nation.
Greg, always a pleasure. I appreciate you looking out for me.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org. And welcome back here to the Counterattack Live at JO's, powered by Water Polo Nation. Greg Meskel here with you. We're going to talk with Princeton water polo coach Dusty Litvak momentarily, but now we have a great pleasure of being joined by Nancy Lowy from our good friends at Tropic Sport. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
It is a sunny day out, so it is perfect to talk sunscreen. You've brought some of the products here.
Yeah.
Let's start first with the sunscreen. There are many sunscreens out there. What makes Tropic Sport a great one?
So Tropic Sport, our tagline is we're born from nature, built for your extremes, because we use natural, non-nano, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. So we're chemical free, reef safe, and then the born from extremes part is we are the longest lasting sunscreen in the US, with the exception of one other brand, but we pass the 80-minute US water resistance test of the US and also the Australian 240-minute water resistance test. That's 4 hours.
So that sounds like the perfect sort of sunscreen for folks that are in the water nonstop.
Absolutely.
We have so many JO athletes here that are spending
Yeah.
hours and hours and hours in the water. So you talk about this stuff, it sounds, you mentioned a couple of names there of the things that go into the sunscreen. It just sounds like it's durable and it's going to do the job keeping you safe.
Absolutely. Longer lasting, yeah.
So what else do we have here? We've also got things that sounds like a little cooling gel. If maybe you've been out in the sun a little bit too long, this will
Yeah.
help you recover.
This is one of our best sellers at about 5 or 6 p.m. after everybody's been out all day. This is a peppermint aloe. It's real soothing to the skin, great for the hotel room at night.
And then
Yep.
something new here, this lip balm.
Yeah,
I know
we
you're
just
excited about
launched
this.
Our newest product is called Mineral Lip Balm, and it's an SPF 15 zinc. You want to try it?
Sure, let's put it on.
You look like you could use some.
I could. As you can tell, I have some paler skin here.
Yeah. And then just because you do have some, you
Yes.
got to always reapply.
Yeah.
So even though I said we're 4 hours and we last a long time, it's
Yep.
true, but you always got to reapply because if you're in the water, you towel off.
Yeah,
you want to try some?
Let's do it.
And the thing about us is we're a smooth lotion.
Okay.
So a lot of the zinc and titanium mineral sunscreens are like thick like toothpaste.
Yeah.
And we go, and if you just paint it on like
Just
that,
paint it
it's
on.
going to be nice and smooth. 15 minutes, you'll have an invisible layer on your skin that's blocking the sun rays.
I like it.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm just gonna even myself out here.
Oh yeah, do
I
both
just-
arms.
I
You
just
don't
get
want
on
to
the
do
other
the arm
arm,
test.
you know? Exactly. Very cool.
We also have a JO special going on.
Excellent.
So if you come down to the vendor village, we're one of the tents set up with our friends, and we're at the end, but we've got a JO special, a $40 value for $20, and you get 2 of these Turtle Pack sunscreens that you can clip onto your gear bag, and then you get to try the skincare as well.
And you're also doing some screenings down there as well.
Yeah, we have a UV display camera, so you can actually see your skin under
This
a
may
different
scare
light.
some folks off, but it is
Yes.
good for you if you get a sense of what you're working
It's a
with.
good reminder of why we do need to have sunscreen. You're protecting your skin.
And now let's say you're watching this, but you're nowhere near the vendor village. How can people learn more about Tropic Sport, pick up some of these products?
Yeah, we are on tropicsport.com.
Okay.
So real easy to remember. We've got a full website, full information. You can buy online. We also are available in some surf shops
Sure.
and skate shops.
This is excellent. So, Nancy, thanks so much for joining us. This is the full arsenal here. You've got
Thank
the
you.
sunscreen. If you somehow forget that, you shouldn't. You're then going to get the cooling gel at
Right
night,
on.
cool down. You get the full pack. This is great, too. How many people have we seen walk by us
Yeah.
with those big backpacks that have things hanging off of them? There's no reason this can't be
That's
another
a great
thing
way.
hanging off the side.
And just one last
Sure,
one,
please.
because we're all about innovation and new products. In August, coming in August, for water polo players, we're going to have a face stick.
Excellent.
So it's great for reapplying. You don't get your hands all slippery before you're going to go out and make some shots. So.
And I'll tell you, I just put it on. It's already starting to like blend in. My hands
Right.
don't feel greasy. Excellent stuff, Nancy. Thanks so much
Okay,
for joining
thank
us.
you.
Excellent. We'll take a timeout. We're coming back with Dusty Litvak from Princeton Water Polo. You're watching the Counterattack Live at JO's, powered by Water Polo Nation.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
How's this going so far? Oh.
Hey, we're welcome back here. Counterattack Live at JO's. We got the guys from Santa Cruz Water Polo here in the background. Who else? Where are you guys from? West Suburban, the Midwest has arrived here at JO's. West Suburban from Illinois. Here we're talking, we got Santa Cruz, Illinois, and now a proud new resident of the state of New Jersey.
Soon to be.
Dusty Litvak, headed to Princeton from UCLA. Congratulations on the job.
Thank
I
you.
know this was a coveted position for so many. How are you feeling as you look ahead towards taking over this program come the fall?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. I think everything has been, phenomenally run through the process, and it's a really well-supported program at the school. The campus, you can't beat it. And everybody I've talked to has just been so friendly and welcoming, and I've just heard so many great things about the guys that are currently there, and really excited to kind of step in and get started.
This is a program that has had some success, and I know between you and Derek Ellickson, you'll be working on both the men's and the women's programs. Both have made NCAA tournament trips. They've been able to get where they wanted to go. As you look ahead, what's the biggest challenge as you take on this new role?
Well, I think for me, personally,
Sure.
I'm used to being involved with programs that are training year-round, full-time, and obviously there's a lot of restrictions with the Ivy Leagues, but ultimately it's just being as efficient as possible with the time that you have, and we're all playing with the same rules in the Ivy League and back east, so really just making sure that we maximize the time that we do have together and make sure we bring in the right kind of individuals to continue the success that Louie and Derek and Becca. I mean, Becca had an unbelievable year with the women. I got to mention that, that they've had on both the men's and the women's side. I also have to get acclimated to how things are done a little bit differently in the East. But I've had a lot of great mentors in my coaching career, and I think that while there will be challenges, it's a great opportunity.
You've checked a lot of boxes when it comes to coaching jobs, whether it's high school level, club level, assistant coach at the college level, now taking on this head coaching role, and you've obviously been a part of an event like this in many roles at JO's, right? Recruiter, coach, all of those things. How did all these things you've done help get you ready for this challenge you're taking on?
I think it's important whenever you are going to be in charge of any sort of organization, whether it be a team, or business, that you've kind of played every part, and you know what the people that are working with you are doing on a daily basis, and having done pretty much everything, I think I've built a lot of relationships with a lot of coaches at the club and high school level, which is fantastic. And that's one of the great things about JOs is seeing everybody that you don't see all year. And then I think, again, having done all the administrative side and the assistant coaching side, I know exactly what it needs to be done in those roles, and I think that'll help me delegate a little bit better. I've been very fortunate at UCLA. Adam Wright was incredible with me as far as what he shared with me, not just from a knowledge standpoint, but just how to run a program. And I think that having that experience is it's invaluable when you take over to Princeton.
At USA Water Polo, as of late, we're often talking about growing the game and sport growth, and I think obviously your number one goal is the university team there. But have you thought at all about trying to dig into that area and kind of help grow the game a bit, just from your knowledge with club? I feel like there's an opportunity there to continue to bolster that Princeton club, the other club teams in the area, the kind of the overall age group development.
Sure. Absolutely. I mean, I think it's definitely on my mind. Of course, the forefront right now is the move,
yes.
And getting started out at Princeton. But there's no question. A lot of the East Coast coaches that are here that I've been talking to, we've all been discussing it, and I think that it's really important. I think USA Water Polo is doing a great job growing the sport in all over the country, but there's obviously always room to grow, and I think that it's important that we all get involved in that. And part of all of my experience with water polo isn't just about the club I'm working with or the high school or the college, but always trying to grow the sport and give opportunities to play for as many kids as possible.
Excellent. Well, Dusty Litvak headed off to Princeton as a longtime former New Jersey resident. 2 pieces of advice. If anyone asks, you love Bruce Springsteen.
Right.
And just find a great diner in your area and you won't go wrong.
Great.
Thanks for the time, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Dusty Litvak headed to Princeton. We're back to wrap things up here on the Counterattack Live at JO's, powered by Water Polo Nation.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org. And welcome back to the Counterattack Live. Thanks so much to our guests that stopped by to talk with us today. Doug Peabody from San Diego Shores, Dusty Litvak making his way to Princeton University, and of course Nancy Lowy from Tropic Sport. Don't forget, check out Tropic Sport down in the vendor village here. They're just down the way from us here at the Counterattack Live. We're coming back tonight with a brand new show at 8 p.m. Pacific, so join us on Facebook or YouTube, or come out and join us, get on the fan cam, stop by. We'll talk some more water polo here. We'll close things out as we do every episode of the Counterattack here with our social media send-off. And let's take a look at what we've got thus far. We start first with Shores Water Polo. Got themselves a nice car here for the Junior Olympics. You never know what you might get rental-wise. From there, NWC Water Polo. We saw this one on Twitter yesterday. The Santa Cruz Sunset headed down to the beach. A great way to unwind after a full day of competition. Session 2 right around the corner. Moose Water Polo. They're getting ready here for the biggest tournament, of the year in this scrimmage with Diablo. And then we checked in on the Renegade Club earlier today, a little view from the bench as they were taking on one of their key matchups here from Los Lomas High School. And that's some of the best we have. We'd love to see more. If you have a great goal, a great photo, a sunset picture, something else, send it in. Tag us 2018 JOs at USAWP. We would love to share. We're sharing all kinds of social media throughout the week right here on the Counterattack Live. That will do it for this episode. Coming up later, 8 p.m., we're back at it with more. Don't forget tomorrow, Medal Day, Championship Day. It has already come to an end, Session 1. Special times, 12 p.m., 6:30 p.m. We'll be talking championship games right here at Stanford. First, looking ahead. Afterwards, we're looking behind and looking at some of the key results. And we might just have an Olympic medal with us as well tomorrow as we honor the 1988 men's silver medal Olympic team for Team USA. But that's all for now. Greg Meskel signing off, saying thanks for joining us. And when you're on the Counterattack, look weak side.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.